before I went to Nigeria a couple of weeks ago, the Department of Foreign Affairs suggested a couple of people to talk to, and Kiwali was one of them, and to give me a briefing before I went on what to watch, what to listen for, whom I should be speaking to, and what I should be engaged in. And it was very good. I have been going to Africa now for the last 6 or 7 years, and I've covered about close to half the countries in the continent of Africa, about 22 I think now, but I had never been to Nigeria. And that was a huge mistake on my part to not go to Nigeria earlier. And one of the reasons that I went to Nigeria this particular time was because in 2021, Canada's economic relationship with Nigeria became the #1 economic relationship we have in Africa. There are the engines of Africa, the motors of Africa, which traditionally have been South Africa, Morocco, Egypt, and Nigeria. And over the last number of years, Nigeria has gone from #4 to #3 to #2, last year to #1. It is the largest trading partner that we have in Africa, and hugely significantly economically. It's also hugely important on the people-to-people ties. The number of Nigerians that have chosen Canada to live in, to study in, to work in is astronomical. It keeps going up. And let me tell you, if I got asked one question on my most recent trip, it was, how do I get a visa? And how slow the visa processes are, and how we can bring more Nigerian entrepreneurs to Canada, how we can bring more Nigerian students to Canada, how we can bring more Nigerian talent to Canada. But it's two-way. And what we were doing on this particular trip was exploring the two-way relationship that isn't about Canada helping Nigeria. It's about Nigeria and Canada working together. It's about a win-win relationship where we have needs in both countries and opportunities in both countries, and how we bring them together like the Nigerian and Canadian Business Network will be doing. How do we match up talent and need? How do we match up opportunity and problems? How do we match up all of the things that will make both countries better? And this particular network, this particular council is one of those bridges, helping us understand both the opportunities, the ideas, the imagination that can come. One thing that you notice, of course, when you go to Nigeria versus Canada is Nigeria is a young country. So many youth, so many young people, everywhere you go. It's like 60% of the population is what we would be considered young people. You look at Canada, and other than like Jim and me, they're all older. It's an older population in Canada. So looking at the future, Canada's future is in Nigeria. It really is. It is looking at those opportunities. My trip, I will tell you, I am on a different time zone right now. I got back from Morocco yesterday. I was in Morocco and Egypt this week for most of, well, I left last Saturday and came home yesterday. And I was home for a week before that, and the week before I was in Senegal and Nigeria. And I will be going to South Africa, Malawi, and Tanzania next week. So I am in Africa a lot because the government has decided that we need to set a priority on Canada-African relationships. And as we do that, we can only win by focusing on Nigeria. My trip took me both to Abuja, I heard it's pronounced both ways when I was there, and that was mostly around government. Obviously it's the capital. It's like the Ottawa of Nigeria. Organized, beautiful highways, buildings that are all organized, everything was in order, everything was a little bit slower, and it was fascinating. I met the Minister of Foreign Affairs and had a good hour and a half with him. I met the Minister of Health. We talked about some of the opportunities to share in healthcare. We talked about education. We talked about priorities that the government of Nigeria has. I met with members of Parliament and talked about the elections, which are already underway, and apparently they sort of never end in Nigeria. It's a very political country, and it was interesting to listen to the political world in Nigeria. And it was, I met with civil society reps as well to talk about some of the issues around security, particularly in the north, where there are issues, there are problems, and a number of things that the government is looking for help with in a kind of a dangerous neighborhood now. And the stability of Nigeria is important. Just in the Sahel north, we've got governments that have turned over. We've had coups in Mali, Burkina Faso. We've had issues in Guinea. And all of this is something that Nigeria is very sensitive to, and one of the reasons why Canada likes that stability in Nigeria, and we want to help promote it. From there, I went to Lagos, and let me tell you, if Abuja is organized and quiet and gentle, Lagos is anything but that. The traffic. Let me talk about the traffic. I mean, it was quite funny to just look at how the city moves and how it's active, engaged, and people are everywhere. They say that it will be the largest city in the world by 2045. It is growing massively, partly because of a high birth rate, but also because people are moving in to the city because of the economic opportunity there. I think it was mostly a business-focused meeting in Lagos, where in Abuja it had obviously been mostly government-focused, and then it was mostly business-focused. But I also met with the state governor in Lagos, who was a very ambitious man for his state and his city, and it was very interesting to talk about their ambition for that area of Nigeria. I had a round table with folks working on energy solutions. It's a country that has energy needs, and Canada has some energy solutions. It's a country where with a population, the needs of energy will grow and grow and grow. And you don't have to be there very long to realize that the grid isn't up to the challenge. The power goes off regularly, and the diesel kicks in regularly, and we have to find some solutions. So I had a round table with about 12 business people who were developing green energy solutions. Wind, solar, one thing they've got in Nigeria, sun, and looking at how we can help them develop a number of solutions to ensure that they have the energy in Nigeria to move forward. I also met with a group of business people in the arts, media, and entertainment world. Met a wonderful filmmaker who just has a new film on Netflix, Man of God, and we talked about Nollywood, and we talked about shared opportunities between the entertainment, media, arts world, and Canada, and how important that is to find ways to do those intersectional changes between our two countries. And we also, I looked at industries around fashion and textiles, prints, and understanding how we have opportunities there, and both countries can share in that expanding market, as well as looking at the way we can develop other industry and find a way for Nigeria to develop into the future in a sustainable way, and to ensure that that development happens in a way that's good for the people of Nigeria. This is a priority of the Canadian government. It's a huge opportunity for Canadian business, and as I said to begin, you're that bridge. There are development needs in Nigeria still, around healthcare, around education, around infrastructure. That is something that Canada has expertise in. And there are people with wisdom, imagination, and vision in Nigeria that we can bring into the fold here and find a way that we have a partnership that works. So I'm very excited to get to know you better. I am very available. We have 3 things going on in this area. One, is in the area of development and humanitarian assistance, where Africa continues to be a focus, but frankly trying to move away from that kind of system towards trade and investment to make sure that it is sustainable. So we will continue with our foreign assistance in terms of development and humanitarian aid, particularly with respect to climate change. That is one of the big issues in Africa. The desert is growing. It is getting hotter, and that is changing things for farming, for food supply, and for all sorts of things. But also, Mary Ng, the Minister responsible for international trade, has been tasked with developing a trade and investment strategy for Canada and Africa. That is part of her mandate. The third thing is around our diplomatic processes, our presence and foreign policy in Canada, and I've been asked by the Prime Minister to do that. So over the next year, I'll be drafting the Canadian foreign policy vision for Canada and Africa in an exchange and partnership that is between equals, and how we develop that. So that, you'll be seeing me more. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. You'll be seeing more of me as I continue to do that. I will be continuing to travel, and my goal in Africa is to listen and to absorb what is happening and where the needs and opportunities and gifts are. And my challenge in Canada is more to speak, to tell the story of those opportunities and how Canada needs to up its game. We're behind. We look at the investment that's happening in Africa among others from other countries, particularly Russia, China, Turkey, Egypt, and we don't want a new colonialism. We want people who actually build countries together for the good of their countries, not for our good. So we will do that. It has to be win-win. We want economic benefit for Canada for sure. We want peace and stability, because that's good for Canada. A peaceful Africa is a peaceful Canada. Peace and stability build prosperity, and that needs to be done in a sustainable way. So thank you for welcoming me today. It's kind of a bit of a hit and run. I did get back and rear-ended in Lagos. That was a fun little thing with the traffic. I will tell you the story at the end. The High Commission left lots of time for me to get to the airport where I was flying from Lagos to somewhere, Brussels, I think. And but the traffic stopped. It just stopped. And I was realizing I was in a business suit. I was going to have to travel overnight, and I didn't want to wear a business suit on a plane. So I thought, we're stuck in traffic. Here I am, taking my clothes off in the car. Getting, and I had my assistant sitting beside me. I said, turn your eyes, hold up a shirt. I have to change my clothes in the car. I just got them done, landed at the airport, shoved my clothes in my suitcase, and walked right from there through the chaos of that wonderful Lagos airport onto the plane, and took a sigh of relief and had a great time. So it was a fun trip. We can help with infrastructure, I think, too, around urban transit. They've been building a train there for a long time, and I saw that the standards for an elevated train, I think Canada could help with that too, to help move people. It's a city, a country of huge opportunity, and I need your help. I need your help in making sure that Canada does what it needs to do to be on point and ready to exchange. Thanks for today. And Wally, thank you.